My dear teachers, wherever you are, welcome to this new video. Today I'm going to show you 4th year English copybook. Last year I asked them to bring 288 pages copybook, and it was enough to include the lessons, the activities, and the TD session. So after they write their name so the full name, the subject, the class, and the school year, we're going to move to the correction of the diagnostic test. They sat for after the first session, which was devoted to the first contact. After that, we move to revision. So I devoted 2 to 3 sessions, maybe 4, for revision. So I involved soft skills, grammar and pronunciation, and of course some writing. After revision, I asked my pupils to flip a paper this way and they write first term project. I asked them to write the project and I explained to them. After that, they write sequence 1, so they flip a paper this way, they write sequence 1, and they write the title of the sequence. Here you are free. Either you start with the initial situation and then you ask them to flip a paper and they write the title of the sequence, or you write the title of the sequence and then you write initial situation here or on a new page, as you like. So here, this is the first lesson. So I write the sequence 1, lesson 1, I listen and do. Here you can notice here activity and here task. So here activity, it's my activity, and task is the task of the book. So I write it this way so that they can identify and make the difference. After the first lesson, I move to the second lesson. So I write sequence 1, same thing. Listen to active and passive voice. Here in a grammar lesson, I avoid writing the skill. I don't write grammar. I just write the title of the lesson. So this is the lesson of active and passive voice. After that, I moved to I listen and do itinerary. So I write the skill and the topic of the listening. Don't forget sometimes to correct your pupils' copybooks. So you write scene and you write the date and you write your remark, very good, good, or incomplete, and so on. After that, I moved to lesson 4, connectors. Then, lesson 5, I pronounce diphthongs. Then, lesson 6, I listen and do. Then, comparatives of equality and inequality. Here you have to correct, this is not inferiority, it's inequality. Inferiority is when you say less, like more beautiful, less beautiful. So superiority, the opposite of superiority, it's inferiority. But here it's equality and inequality, because you say, for example, Italy is as beautiful as for example, Greece, or you say Italy is not as beautiful as Greece. So here it's inequality. So this is the lesson of comparatives. Then we move to I listen and do. So here it's about a historical figure. Then another listening. Same thing about a historical figure. Don't forget, this year it's just to review. historical figures are not going to be like dealt with in details because they have already seen this last year, so it will be just a review. Then I move to I pronounce, consonant clusters, then cause effect. So I remind you, this is last year's copybook. Okay, so for example, for cause and effect, they have I think integrated it in another sequence. It's not in this sequence. So that was like the copybook of last year. Then base and strong adjectives, which is removed this year. Then I did a quiz. This is not a test, but it's a quiz. Okay, because there are many grammar lessons, so I wanted to evaluate my pupils. So this is a quiz. As you may see, first term English quiz. Of course, they have to stick their papers on the copybook. This is the correction. Then I move to I read and do, lesson 13. So this is the text of Muhammad Deeb. And my second reading about a monument. So this is my text, okay, of Eiffel Tower. After that, we move to I Learn to Integrate, which is 100% group work. They're going to write an itinerary or a report about an itinerary in groups. Then we have the correction of I Learn to Integrate. That's why I told you I Learn to Integrate takes 2 hours. First hour they write in groups, and the second hour you should write with your pupils. You should correct, with your pupils. This is the correction. Then I move to I Think and Write. Remember, we have 2 topics. So here they write about a monument. They describe a monument. So they involve the name, the place, construction, period, materials, dimensions, and so on. So I write the instruction. Then I write the outline. Then I correct with my pupils. So here I just wanted to give them some remarks related to the writing. So here the date, the name, punctuation, past simple, and so on. So here I wanted to like make some important remarks when they write. Here the correction of I Think and Write. I have presented a text with many mistakes. I ask them to skip a line, and we corrected together the mistakes, as you may see. This is my correction of I Think and Write. Then we have the correction of the first test. So I did a test and we make the correction. Then we move to the second topic of I Think and Write. That was about Katib Yasin. Then I did like some revision for the exam. Don't forget, they are preparing for the BM exam, so there should be some revision before the exam. Here the correction of the exam. And here after that I did some revision. You have to present as much as activities as you can. Then I move to the second term project, and here we're going to move to the second sequence. So that's all for today, my dear followers. I hope it was useful. So that's how you present your lessons, and that's how your pupils should organize their copybooks. Thank you so much for watching this video. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.